Hi and welcome to Cheekyricho Cooking's chicken stock. I've been recently asked how I make my gorgeous stock and I'm about to show you. I just buy the chicken carcasses from the local butcher. What he uses those for is he removes all the chicken and ends up making his chicken Kievs and chicken rolls and just breast fillets and whatnot. There's plenty of meat left on these. It's got the tail, it's got a little bit of the skin, it's got the innards as well, the giblets and whatnot in there as well, I think. All I'm going to do it's 2 ingredients, okay? I'm not adding salt, I'm not adding anything. That chicken stock is going to be as pure as it can possibly be, and you can use it in any number of dishes. I'm going to use a Ninja Foodi, and the reason I'm going to do that is to show you how incredibly simple this recipe is. We just get our chicken chunks like so, pop them in there, and we're going to air roast them. And once they are air roasted just like that, we're going to put water in there and pressure cook them all in the one vessel. So just pop that in there and air roast them. You don't even need to turn them around. The air will circulate all around there and cook them from the top and the bottom. Any fat and whatnot will drop down in as well, and you can either discard that or use it in another dish. And we just put on the air crisp function for 30 minutes. Okay, after 30 minutes, this is what you should have. They're really quite dried out, and they're essentially really quite cooked on both sides there. That's why we left the basket in there. The fat's fallen down into the bottom of there. There's not too much fat, but we've got all of the bones have been well and truly roasted. And now we're just going to add some water up to the line on our Ninja Foodi. Hear it sizzling. That's going to take one more jug. And our maximum line is about there, so we can put another litre or so in there as well. And that will essentially cover our chicken bones. Okay, that's a line for the pressure. The beauty of the Foodi is it's a pressure cooker that air fries. So instead of doing this in the oven where you have to roast everything for hours and then you have to go and put it into a separate pressure cooker making all this washing up, this is all done in the one pot. So now we are going to go to the pressure function. So slip your little valve across to there. Put it onto pressure and cook it on high for 30 minutes. And that will extract all of that gorgeous flavour completely out of all of those bones. And I will see you in half an hour. Okay, after the 30 minutes, we just force release the steam and our stock is ready. And there we've got 14 cups of our gorgeous chicken stock. No added salt, nothing. It's low sodium. You can use it in your risottos, your stews, your gravies, your casseroles, and it makes a gorgeous soup as well. This is how you lift your basket out, and that's the rack that came with the Foodi. And then we're just going to fill up our little ice cube trays. These hold about 60 mils, I think. Freeze them solid, wrap them in baking paper, label them, and freeze them for later use. Okay, our chicken stock is well and truly chilled now. We're just going to scrape the fat off the top of it, discard that, because I have no use for chicken fat. I actually don't like the taste of it. This is preservative free. I haven't added any salt to it, and you can use it in any soups, stews, casseroles, risottos. You can reduce it right down to intensify the flavour. But as you've seen, the only thing that's gone into there is chicken and water. Those 2 chicken carcasses cost me $1 each, and I've got well over 3 litres of stock out of that. I think you'll have to agree that that's quite a economical way to use up your chicken carcasses if you happen to have them left over. And we're just going to freeze this into little ice cube containers, or you can put it in a Ziploc bag, set it into a container in the freezer, dated of course, and it'll keep for several months in the freezer. This has no preservative whatsoever in it, so you must use it from frozen or within just a couple of days of it actually being made. There you have it. Cheekyricho Cooking's how to make homemade chicken stock. It's economical. It's a great way of preserving any leftover bones that you have. You can actually swap this recipe for beef if you like, doing exactly the same thing. And you can of course use it without a pressure cooker by just putting it in the oven, baking it until it's nice and crispy, and then boiling it for a couple of hours on the stove. But this is much quicker, much easier, and much cleaner, much less washing up, and it's a lot more economical power-wise. If you like, you can also add things like garlic, carrot, celery and onions to the stock to make it like a chicken vegetable stock, but we're just having a pure chicken stock at this stage. Thanks for watching.